grab a paper plate. Come here, you. Are you kidding me? Hello, everyone. I went and did some shopping today. Went to a Bass Pro Shop, and I was looking for some other stuff, but couldn't help myself. I came across something I gotta try. Check it out. It's pizza. MRE type of pizza. My understanding of the military, it's always been trying to do an MRE style pizza, but it always turns into slop. But Bridgford has come up with a pizza in a bag. $7. $7 is pretty expensive for just pizza. But if it works, we're on something. A little something else from them. This one was only $6, so it's $1 less than pizza. But you get your kind of pizza-esque. I mean, it's dough, it's stuffed with meat. Another one from Bridgford. So I'll have to give this one a try. $1 less than the pizza. I'm really hoping the pizza works out good. I picked up two more. These are both $9 each. I think I've had these before. So these guys, two different varieties. You either get a rice or a noodle. The spicy chicken curry one is rice, and the spicy sausage pasta. So pasta and rice. We'll give these two a try. I also picked up Black Coffee Rifle. This is their Gunship, which just basically means their light roast. But it's already ground. I couldn't find whole bean. And this is $13. So it's a little pricey for what you get, I think. But we'll have to give it a try. It's kind of cool because it's the military-esque kind of look to it, right? It's veteran-owned company. So yeah, let's give this a try. And see if we can out-compete with my generic kind of Sam's Club bulk light roast coffee. Unpackaging the Bridgford ready-to-eat pizza. Pepperoni pizza with cheese and sauce. Well, I mean, besides the outer packaging looking kind of fancy for an MRE, it's basically MRE packaging, right? Bam. It's two pouches of the same thing. It's typical brown packaging, just like you'll see in military MREs. Let's see what we got in here. It looks a lot like a pizza to me. It's a little extra yellow. Smells like the pepperonis. There's a couple different ways to cook this. As is, tear open and eat it. Use MRE flameless heater. Put it in a pouch and then put it in boiling water. Microwave or toaster oven. You know what? Let's try the toaster oven. I mean, it's pizza. Let's give it its best chance. And we'll use it in a convection oven. 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. Be right back. Made my little tray. Extra yellow compared to my skin tone, right? I don't have a tan, so man, it's pretty yellow. It's almost orange. Come back in 10 minutes and see what it's like. Just pulled it out of the oven and I'm cooking it for about 13 minutes. My oven wasn't preheated, so I figured an extra couple more minutes would be fine, but it's a little dark, a little extra bright orange. And the size isn't too bad. 280 calories a slice. The package comes with 2 of these. And if you're the typical person that needs to eat about 3 of them probably to feel full. So if you ate 3 of these, that'd be 100% of your daily intake for salt for the day, for sodium. So that's probably not the healthiest option, but it's pizza. We're not eating pizza for health. Alright, so let's give this thing a try. It's a bit dry. You can expect from a pouch of pizza. Pepperoni's in decent shape. Cheese is okay. I forgot the pouch on the bottom. Sauce ain't bad, but it's kind of dry. You will need something to drink. Pepperoni got away from me. I don't think I would want to eat 3 of these to feel full, though. It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. For a packaged pizza, you can just throw it in your backpack and go. It's pretty good. Of course, the picture is way prettier. Way prettier than what the actual product is. If you're going to take this with you backpacking or wherever, you're in the middle of nowhere, you just need something to eat. And say, hey, I want to take a piece of pizza with me. If you're like Texas and you're in trouble, and you just want something to, I guess I need water. If you're in trouble and you're in just or you're just out a remote location and you're just really hungry and you just really would like to have some pizza, this will work. Just bring water. Let me finish this up and we'll try something else. So I just tried Bridgford pizza. Now we're moving on to the beef with barbecue sauce sandwich. Another MRE style. Typical, just like the other one. It's MRE. I can eat it as is. MRE, flameless heater, boiling water. Put in a pouch in boiling water. Put in a microwave or toaster oven. This is 330 calories versus the pizza was 280. This is $1 cheaper than the pizza. But it's 2 sandwiches in here. Salt's about comparable. Just like the pizza. It's typical MRE style of plastic wrapping. It says honey barbecued beef and bread. This is beef with barbecue sauce. So the packaging label of the two don't quite match. But yeah, it looks the same, like the same type of breading as that pizza. So make sure you bring water. That time this time. Alright, so barbecued meat inside this little bread packaging. Decent size. I think I can smell barbecue. So let's go and throw this in the convection oven for about 10 minutes. So we've got the honey barbecue beef and bread. Just pulled it out of the oven. It's gonna be a lot of bread, I think. Yeah. A lot of bread. So once again, you're going to need a lot of water. It's that same dark red like the pizza was. I thought about that pizza a bit more. The cheese, it doesn't really melt. You know, like when you typically tear apart pizza, you know, the cheese strings long, right? Cheese strings long. You smell tomato. It's okay. Got a bit of that barbecue twang from the honey barbecue. But there's a lot of bread. It looks just like the pepperoni, but tastes different. But no, for a meat dish, you could throw in your backpack and eat out in the wilderness without heating. It's not bad. It'll fill you up. This is probably a lot more breading than the pizza. But yeah, but it's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat this every day, but you can take it with you on a backpack, throw it in your RV, throw it in your car for an emergency day. Here's the date. Best by September 25th, 2023. It's about 2 years. Pizza price, the same thing. September 9th, 2023. So yeah, keep these for about 2 years. It'd probably still be good after 2 years. I mean, you'd have to have some really weird conditions to store this in to make it less than 2 years. I mean, after all, I'll just say best buy, doesn't say throw it away date. No preparation, heating, or refrigeration required. Store at room temperature. So there you go. 2 different ones from Bridgford. MRE style sandwiches, pizza. They're okay. They're okay. It's a lot of bread. I give it a thumbs up. It's worth trying. It's not gross. Color's a little off for that pizza. Leave a comment if you think any of this stuff would be any good for yourself. And definitely if you try it, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of it. We're going to try these two guys. It doesn't matter which manufacturer you get. These come in 2 different styles. They come with rice or they come with pasta. So we're going to go ahead and do the spicy sausage pasta one today. And later on I'll do the spicy chicken curry, which will be the rice one. So to give you an idea, these are all, like I said, doesn't matter which manufacturer you get, they all come in basically the same type of packaging. Go ahead and tear it open. And then inside here is going to be an absorbent you got to pull out. The absorbent pull out. Now I'm going to pour it into the skillet so you can get an idea what it looks like. But otherwise you leave it in the package, and then depending on the amount of water, this one calls for 1.5 cups. This one over here, the rice one, called for, because rice I guess needs a little more water, it calls for 2 cups of water. I have found that in general you want to stay right at the water recommendation, maybe a little less water, because if you use more than that it gets kind of soupy, and I'm not really looking for soup. There are some of these things that are soups, but these are supposed to be pasta or rice dishes with a sauce. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like inside these things. There's the bulk of it, right? There's a lot more in there, of course, but you get the idea. You get these little pieces of meat, these little pieces of vegetables, then the powder that's going to become your sauce, and then of course the noodles, or the rice in that case over there for that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and boil the water up, add it to it, and then you stir. Usually they're about 12 to 15 minutes, and then you, somewhere during that time, you'll stir it again. They're okay. I mean, there's something different for you to try. The rice one I think says 2020. Yeah, this one says 2025. That one says 2026. So they're about 5 years, whereas those other 2 were about 2 years shelf lives. But I think these really can go a lot longer as long as they're not torn open, because it's all powdered. There's nothing really in there for them to rot. But yeah, let's go boil some water and put this back into the package and see what it's like. A little bit of a better view of what you're dealing with here. This little powdery type stuff, right? So these bags, pretty tall, teaspoon, kinda not quite long enough to stir. You have to stick your hand in there to get it done. But you give it a good stir, make sure you get all the stuff at the very bottom. That powder tends to settle at the bottom of the packaging. This is also, sometimes you'll discover that they put in a second absorbent. In this case there's not. So I have made a mistake of thinking they only had just a single absorbent in there, and it turns out there's 2 of them. During the stirring, that's when the other one floats up. Make sure you get the very bottom, otherwise you're going to get this thick goop at the bottom. It's only up to here, right? It's not even the full package, right? Give it a good stir. Just close it up. Wait 10 to 12 minutes. In general, you want to stir at least twice, I think, before you serve it. So give it about 5 minutes. Stir it. Give it another 5 minutes. Stir it. That should be enough. So yeah, let's just wait for it to do its thing, and we'll come back and eat it. So I just opened the bag. We're gonna do the first stir. You can get an idea what it looks like inside there. Looking pretty good. All right, for the reveal. Okay. I'm going to put this in a bowl just so you can see what it looks like, but normally I just eat it out of this package. If I'm only going to eat part of it, then I can resell it. But because, like I said, it's down to here is where the actual level of the food is. It's kind of hard to get in and out of the bag. So if you're going to eat this all in one go, what I would recommend is you actually take some scissors and cut the top half of this off. We'll go ahead and put it in a bowl so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Hopefully I got the bottom stirred up. There you go. Spicy sausage pasta dish. Most brands, they all look very similar. The flavor and everything else will vary, of course, from brand to brand, as well as what they're trying to go, but you can see it's looks pretty good. I mean, it's just what, 15 minutes ago? It was just powdered and hard noodles. So let's give it a whirl. Pretty hot. Creamy. Get the spiciness. Let's just try one of these crumbles of sausage. Not bad. Let's try and get a couple more of these. Because then I just dried a little chunks earlier. Yeah, it's a real win. This is a good one. There's a big bowl, so I won't be able to eat it all, so I'm going to put part of it back in the package. And then I can seal it up, put it in the fridge. But if you're taking this backpacking, all you really need to do is boil a cup and a half of water, put it in the package, stir it up, wait about 5-10 minutes, stir it a couple of times, well, maybe 12-15 minutes. Make sure the pasta gets cooked, gets soft. And then if you don't eat it all, just seal it back, put it back in your backpack and go. I only use right at the cup and a half. You won't want to go over that because then it turns soupy. And you're looking for a creamy pasta, right? I'll eat my breakfast. I'll try something else later on. Have a good one. Alright, lesson learned. I just assumed this bag was like any other coffee bag, so I cut the top off. Didn't realize it had this little pull tab. This is a mistake. So, because I cut the top off, let's see if you can see, there's no way to close the bag correctly now, because my bag was supposed to be this way, right? But I cut it, so I can't. Man, oh man. Dadgummit. Go ahead and make some Black Rifle Gunship, which is just their light roast coffee. I've got my handy dandy French press. Let's go with 1.5. Kind of gotta eyeball it. Give that about 4 minutes. Have some coffee. But the grind works great for the size. Kept it in there pretty good, so you can see it a little bit caught there on this side. Grind size is fine. Yeah. I probably should have did a little bit more grounds. It's a little light. That's pretty good coffee. So my grading scale is really simple. It's either drinkable or it's not. And clearly this is drinkable. I've had some coffees that were just not palatable. There's just no way you can drink that stuff. And I came off of Navy coffee, so yeah, it's good. It's good. Give it a thumbs up. Moving on to the spicy curry chicken. This is going to be the rice one. Take a look. Oh, definitely yellow. See inside there? Maybe a little bit of it in the bowl. Like I said, these kind of things come in either rice or noodles. Looks like it's got raisins. Currants. There you go. Alright, so this is what it looks like, guys. So it's been closer to 15 minutes. I got a little distracted. When I stirred this, it looked a little soupy. And so you said it called for 2 cups of water. I used 2 cups of water, just like the directions. I mean, maybe this is what they're going for. There's no picture for me to compare it to. It looks a little soupy to me. It smells good. Definitely curry. I was scraping it out. I still got some of this that I didn't quite stir up very well. This is the bane of my problem with these kind of products is, see, this is the very bottom. I didn't quite get it stirred up very well. But it's a little soupy. Maybe a little less water would have been better. But smells really good. All plumped up pretty well. See some of those little brown spots of whatever. Yeah, so let's give it a whirl. Not bad. Next time I would use a little less water than what it called for, which is kind of the theme with all these kind of products. For me personally, I think they need a little less water. Yeah, that's pretty good. Lots of flavor. Don't need to add salt or pepper. All the spices. So it's a win. It's a good one. So anyway, all these different types of things, it doesn't matter what manufacturer you get, they're going to come in either a rice or a noodle base. This just happens to be full joke, can't read it. Alpineaire. But here's the thing with all these guys. They all require 1.5 to 2 cups of water. So you have to have water. And you have to have a way to heat up the water so you can add it to it. I don't think cold water would make these things work at all. Whereas these guys that I've tried already, this was like a 5-year shelf life if I remember right, 5 to 6 years. These things are like 2-year shelf lives. Now these you can just open them up and eat them. You don't have to necessarily cook them. You don't need to add water. And Bridgford is the same company, if I remember correctly. It also makes, because these just look exactly like military MREs, but this was a civilian MRE kind of thing that I bought at Bass Pro Shop. These guys you can toss into your car for wintertime in case you get stuck in a snowbank and it's going to be a while. I do rip into these and have a meal from your car. these things, as long as you've got water with you that you can boil, then you can have a meal. Otherwise, just, you saw that without the water, it's just powder and rice or powder and noodles. Wouldn't be very appetizing. So I think if you're worried about getting stuck in your car in the wintertime, these are a better option. I'm not sure how well these things would hold up in your car for multiple years, cold in the winter, and then hot sun during the summertime. But this might be something you put in your car for the wintertime, so you have an emergency food ration available in your car. This might be something more that you put somewhere in your house if you think you're going to be without electricity or your water. If you've got some stored water somewhere, this would probably be a better option for that. Both options I think are great for backpacking, camping, but if you don't have the time to stop to heat water, these of course are going to be the winners. But these might be the better option because they taste better than these kind of things. Just go out and buy a couple of them, try them, see what you think, and then if they're just not something that you want at all, I mean, the good standby is always going to be. A good standby is always just going to be just a big jar of peanut butter. I mean, has some weight compared to this stuff. This is also basically just a big chunk of sugar. 34 grams of this, 8 grams of it is sugar. So that's a big chunk of just sugar. If you're looking for just something to eat, make a choice. Big jar of peanut butter, one of these little guys, or some of this stuff. Thanks for watching. If you like the stuff I'm doing, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, but more importantly, put comments, give me an idea what you think of this stuff, and thanks for watching. Here, they come in 2 different flavors. It doesn't matter what you get, 2 different flavors. Eat it later.